say? What does this say? All right, this is my first time going live on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, see what pans up. You ready?
All right.
Good evening, everyone. Here is peaceful protester Kelley.
Thank you, Ethan Hiatt. Hello, and welcome to my TV show on YouTube tonight. We're trying that out. I don't know how many billions of people it will reach, but maybe 2, 3 billion people. But we just do the best we can. I'm here at the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless here and standing up for peace and justice all around the world. And trying to say we all need to join together in ending hatred, ending hate, and bringing peace to the world. And we need to start right now by condemning Hamas and telling them to release all of the hostages and to surrender to justice and save us all from seeing a lot more bloodshed. That would be great. If the whole world told Hamas, give up all of the hostages and surrender yourselves and save us from seeing any more bloodshed. Go to justice. See what happens in the trials. That would be the best, most peaceful way for this to happen, because we can't stand by while people commit such heinous atrocities, such sadistic massacres. We can't stand by and say those people are allowed to stay in power. We can't stand by and let people keep over 200 hostages, men, women, and children, and do nothing. So we need to stand with Israel. The whole world needs to stand with Israel in saying Hamas must be out of power. Then we can work on other peaceful things. I have been singing, starting off with the prayer for peace, Oh Say Shalom, but I didn't write that, and I don't really pray. But I do stand with Israel during this time. I don't stand with Israel because I agree with their religion or I disagree with somebody else's religion. I stand with them because they are the victims of hate. And we need to stand up against hatred. And we need to stand for peace and justice for everybody. We need to, when somebody does something so heinous, so atrocious as what happened on October 7th, the whole world needs to come together and say, no, that can't happen in this world. We can't have people massacring women and children and elderly and thinking that they're going to stay in power, that they're going to evade justice. We can't have that. We didn't let the Manson family stay next door after they committed their atrocities. We didn't let the Nazi Party stay in power after they committed such atrocities as they did in World War II. We didn't let ISIS stay in power. We have to be strong and resolute and stand with Israel during this time, and then work on a peaceful resolution later on. But right now, Hamas needs to be brought to justice. So the whole world needs to join together. Stand with our president. I'm very proud of our President Joe Biden. He has been very firm and resolute, standing for justice, standing up with Israel against this the heinous atrocities of October 7th. And we all need to stand together until those people are brought to justice. Then we can move on. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth down here. I hear people saying no justice, no peace. Well, let's have some justice and some peace. We can keep working towards it. We need to know that we have to have some justice for there to be peace, or we're not really having peace. So let's bring Hamas to justice and work on some peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. You know, we all need to stand up against that kind of atrocities, that kind of hatred, that kind of evil. A lot of people ask what evil is. Well, we saw what evil was on October 7th. And that's why it doesn't matter your religion, your race, your ethnicity, your nationality, your gender. We ought to all stand against Hamas and tell them to surrender the hostages and to surrender themselves to justice. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth down here. That's right. The whole world needs to join together. And say, when will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might want to work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace, peace. Let's stand up and work for peace. That's right. The best way we can all work towards peace right now is being resolute, stand together, the whole world, tell Hamas to surrender the hostages and to surrender. And we can move forward after that. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth. Better work on peace on earth. Better work on peace on earth down here. Hey! That's right. We need to keep working on peace. But that means we have to have some justice, and we have to bring people to justice when they commit such atrocities. And if you don't believe it happened, you need to do more research, because there are videos out there of people people committing such atrocities. They were videotaping it themselves. And that's pretty much most of the evidence you need. And it's just sad. We have to all stand together and say, no, that kind of evil can't exist here on this earth anymore. We've had all kinds of atrocities throughout the history of this world, but we need to keep moving forward and moving to a better day for everybody. No matter your race or your religion, your ethnicity, your beliefs, your gender. That's the beautiful thing about the United States of America. We all have the right to worship however we want, or not worship at all, or make fun of the way everybody worships. We all have those rights. The First Amendment of our Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And I hope we all do that. I hope you get out there and share your thoughts and your beliefs. That's the wonderful thing about this country. You can disagree with everybody, and still we can all work together to have a decent society. You need to stand up for the rights of somebody that you disagree with. Stand up for the rights of those people that believe totally differently than you. As long as they're not hurting anybody or abusing anybody, they have a right to their beliefs. And if they're preaching hatred and violence, they need to be dealt with. We need to stand up against hatred and violence whenever we see it. Stand up for equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. We can do it. We've made some great changes in our country since its beginning. When that Constitution was first written, it only applied to rich white men. And now we've had people work to make it more inclusive and make sure that everybody in the United States of America has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. And we have to keep working at it. We haven't reached it yet. We haven't integrated our society to the point where everybody has the same rights. We know that poor people and many minorities have a harder time in this country, and we need to lift up those that have the hardest time in our country. Make sure that everybody, thank you, peace. Make sure that everybody can survive in this country. There's no reason for rich people to be having space races. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing it with the homeless people. There's no reason for rich people to be having space races while poor people are sleeping in the streets. Some people say, well, we've already integrated our society. We're already integrated. No, I'm sorry, we haven't done that yet. We got to keep working at it. We need to keep lifting up those that can't get a good education. During this pandemic, the poor kids and many minority kids fell further and further behind, and they say a whole generation of young people are going to be left further behind because of that pandemic, because they didn't have the tools that the more wealthy kids had in this country. So we need to keep putting money into those public schools, those low-income public schools. Keep putting so much money into those schools until rich people want to send their kids to those schools, and then you will know you have done enough. But right now, we need to keep working on it. And we need to keep standing up against hatred and racism whenever we see it. Here's a song I wrote after that October 7th. Those atrocities over there. There were a bunch of people over there dancing, and they were dancing for peace. And and they were dancing for peace and singing love songs, working, hoping for a better day. They were dancing for peace. All those beautiful young boys and girls, hey. And the hands of hate came and took them away. They were dancing for peace. And families living on farms, raising fruits of life for a better day. They were dancing for peace. All those innocents, young and old. And the hands of hate came and took them away. How can the world be so broken? How can the hate be so strong? How can bloody massacres be cheered in the streets? That kind of evil can't belong. That kind of evil can't go on. They were dancing for peace. The shining stars of light, hoping, working for a better day. They were dancing for peace. All those beautiful young boys and girls, till the hands of hate came and took them away. How can the world be so broken? How can the hate be so strong? How can bloody massacres be cheered in the streets? That kind of evil can't belong. That kind of evil can't go on. They were dancing for peace. All those shining stars of love, may their stars shine on in the bright daylight. May the stars they love shine on in the bright daylight. That's right, we'll keep working for a better, thank you, peace. Keep working for a better day for everybody. But we need the whole world to stand up against such atrocities. Stand up and call on Hamas to release hostages and to surrender. Just surrender so we don't have to see any more killing over there. That would be great. So everybody keep speaking out. Use your voices. Stand up against hatred and racism whenever you see it. I'm doing all originals tonight on YouTube. I hope they don't have commercials, but they probably will. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about hope, it's about joy, it's about bring some home to little girls and boys. It's about joy, it's about hope, it's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy, it's about hope, it's about you, it's about me, it's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me, it's about you, it's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you, it's about me. Se trova de paz, se trova de amor, se trova de paz e amor. Se trova de paz, se trova de amor, se trova de paz e amor. Se trova de paz e amor. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, 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 how it's all about love. That's right, it's all about peace and love, just working to spread it around a little better, standing up against hatred and violence, standing up against, here in the United States, we got to stand up against anti-Semitism and Islamophobia and all kinds of other racism and hatred. Everybody has a right to believe exactly how they want. Everybody should be treated the same here in the United States. We got to keep working towards that. What? Support Israel, that's right. I do, for now, yes. Because I stand against hatred and they are victims of hate. And we need to stand and have the whole world tell Hamas to release hostages and for Hamas to surrender. Hamas should surrender. That would be the best way to end this. But here in the United States, we have some things we need to keep working on too. We just had another mass shooting the other night. I think it was 18 people killed in another mass shooting. We have about 10 mass shootings a week. 10 mass shootings a week. That's just not right. In the richest, most powerful country of the world, with the largest military, we should be able to protect our citizens better than that. We have over 420 million guns in our country, and we have 320 million people. That's just not right. Every time we hear about a mass shooting, we hear about somebody has a mental problem, they say. Well, the NRA and other people keep telling us the only answer to a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. We just need more good guys with guns. They don't even want to separate and find out who the bad guys are before they get the guns. We need to make it harder for people to get guns in our country, and we need to make it clearer, and we need to get weapons of war off of our street. There's no reason for people to be having weapons of war on our streets in our country. It's terrible. Have you killed a gun today? Have you sent a gun away? Have you helped to solve a crime before it's done? See, the gun won't even mind. It's not part of humankind. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun. Have you killed a gun today? Have you put a gun away? Have you ended it before its deadly run? See, the gun won't feel no pain. It doesn't even have a brain. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun today. There's more guns than people in the US of A. Guns don't feel, they don't bleed, they don't cry. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun. Now you know I'm not a fool. I know guns are just a tool. But these deadly tools have been ruling us too long. We're in the middle of a war. The enemy's inside our door. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun today. It really pisses off the NRA. Guns don't feel, they don't bleed, they don't cry. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun today. There's more guns than people in the US of A. Guns don't feel, they don't laugh, they don't love. Everyone should kill a gun. That's right, I know it's going to take some time to make any positive change. Thank you, period. Thank you, peace. It's going to take some time, but at least Governor Newsom has proposed a 28th Amendment to our Constitution, banning assault weapons, having red flag laws, and universal background checks, and raising the age of gun ownership to 21 years old. Sure, it's going to be tough to get a 28th Amendment into our Constitution, but I think we all ought to join in and sign that petition to have a 28th Amendment to the Constitution with common sense gun laws. A lot of people say, you can't mess with the Second Amendment. Well, they have made common sense gun laws in the past in this country. Back in 1936, they outlawed Tommy guns and briefcase guns, cane guns, all sorts of gadget guns. And everybody knows you shouldn't be able to own grenade launchers or rocket launchers or things like that. Back when they wrote the Second Amendment, they had muskets with one little ball that they could fire. We need to stand up and have some people that in our leaders, our public servants, need to stand up and pass some common sense gun laws. And we need to have them do it. Well, we need to get the NRA out of the equation. My guitar's acting up a little bit, I suppose. Or maybe I just don't know how to play it. Probably don't know how to play it. Let's say no to the NRA. Tell those gun pimp boys, take their killing toys and get the hell away. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Too many people have been dying. Too many sad songs have been sung. Too many families left a crying. Too many death knells have been rung. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Too many politicians without solutions. Too many throw their hands up in the air. Now they want to legalize silencers to end noise pollution. You gotta know, they just don't care. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. One more time, everybody sing along. Here we go. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. Ha! That's right. Let's tell them no. Let's tell them don't take your, thank you, peace. Don't take your message from the NRA leaders, our public servants. Take the message from the American people. Protect. That's your number one job, is to protect the American people. And if you've got people, if you have 10 mass shootings every week, you're not doing a very good job of protecting the American people. We need to change the way it's done. And we can't do that by listening to the NRA, because they just want to sell more guns. They say the only answer to a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, and they don't even want to find out who the good and bad guys are. They just want to sell guns. So we need to speak up, change the way it's done. Because we're working towards peace and love. Someday, we're going to get closer. Let's sing a song. Let's sing a song about peace and love. Let's sing a song. Let's sing a song about love. Let's sing about peace and love. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance to a song about peace and love. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance to a song about love. Let's dance to peace and love. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's walk, let's talk, let's walk and talk about peace and love. Let's walk, let's talk, let's walk and talk about love. Let's walk, talk, peace and love. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance to peace and love. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance to a song about love. Let's dance to peace and love. Do-do-do-do-do. 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 Let's sing sing a song. Let's sing a song about peace and love. Let's sing a song. Let's sing a song about love. Let's sing about peace and love. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance to a song about peace and love. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance to a song about love. Let's dance to peace and love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Thank you, peace. That's right. We'll keep working at it. We'll keep standing up against hatred and racism whenever we see it. Stand up against anti-Semitism. Stand up against Islamophobia. Stand up against racism of all kinds and hatred, bigotry. And stand up against the threat of violence. We need to make sure everybody has a right to speak in our country. Speak out, speak your minds without being threatened by violence. Thank you, peace.
Have a good night.
You too. So stand up for the rights of somebody you disagree with. I'm just doing original songs tonight, see if I can remember some of them. And we need to keep working on equal rights. That means making sure that everybody has a decent life in this country. We don't need to have rich people having space races while poor people sleep in the streets. We can do better than that, California. We can do better than that, USA. We need to get our leaders to raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Oh, I know it's a simple song, but it's a good one, and one that we need to teach our leaders, our public servants. They need to keep on raising the taxes until poor people can survive in this country. Now, I don't hate rich people. I think they're just doing what they do. Rich people just want to have more money, and our leaders, it's our leaders' job to make sure there's a balance in this country. You see, our Constitution starts off, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice. Yes, keep working on democracy. Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States. Now, of course, when this was written, it only pertained to rich white guys, but since the beginning, there have been people working towards making it more inclusive, making sure that everybody has an equal voice in our democracy, no matter your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your beliefs, your gender. We need to stand up for the rights of everybody in our country. Keep speaking out. Well, I'd rather be a bum, because we have done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather sit around in my underwear than screw the poor and pollute the air. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Ah, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Ah, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna die. Ah, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Ah, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. It ain't a crime. Not yet. Well, I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather live in a box in the bottom of a ditch than be some stealing Sheila lions on the itch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather walk around without a stitch than be some warmongering son of a bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Ah, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Ah, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Ah, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Ah, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna say goodbye someday. Hopefully not tonight. Let's put it off a little while if we can help it. Now, I don't want you to think that I think all billionaires are evil. Bloodsuckers. Some of them are just sick. They're like hoarders or alcoholics or drug addicts. They get a little bit of money and they just got to get more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. Now let's look at Elon Musk. Now they say he's worth over $200 billion. How did that happen? A few years ago, he was worth about $20 billion. Now he's worth over $200 billion. Just a lot of hard work, I guess. Well, what we need to do is raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody in America can have a decent place to live. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody in America can have a job that pays a living wage. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody in America can have good quality health care. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody in America can have a good public education. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies. But we will leave Elon with 999 million and see if he can get by. Well, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. One more time, everybody sing along. Here we go. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around in the Bear than see homeless people everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Hoo-hoo! And I'll keep on working at it. Thank you, peace. Thank you, peace. That's right. We'll keep working at it. Keep working for a better day for everybody. Thank you, peace. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. No doubt about it. Tell your leaders, your public servants, we can do better. It's not a matter of not having the resources. We've got plenty of money to go around. We just have to make sure that it gets spread a little better. That everybody has a good beginning. Everybody has an opportunity to get involved in our democracy. Everybody has an opportunity to get involved in our society. and share their gifts and their talents. But if we leave too many poor people behind, if we leave another generation of kids further behind because they can't get good enough schooling here in the United States because they're poor, then that's a terrible shame. California spends about $14,000 per public school student, and we spend over $100,000 on each inmate. So we spend $14,000 on a public school student and over $100,000 per inmate. We need to spend more money on public education, so we spend less money on incarceration. New York State spends $25,000 per public school student, and we need to step it up here. If California was a country, we would be the 5th largest economy in the whole wide world. No reason for us to be spending $14,000 per public school student. We should be spending at the very top. We're ranked 17th in spending, and we're ranked around 40th in outcome of public schools. Isn't that a shame? Ranked around 40th in outcome in public schooling. We have to do better, California. We have a lot of great things going on here, but we have some things, definite things we need to work on. We're living in California, the land of peace and love. Living in California, place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Don't let the Trump get you in a slump. We got rid of his hump, we're gonna be all right. Let's not let him get back in. Use your voices, use your votes, use your courts. We're in the land of surf and sand, movie stars, electric cars, beautiful Santa Monica night. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure out a little bit out of our minds. Living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, hey, having fun on the promenade tonight. Now don't get me wrong, we got a lot of great things going on here in California. We're the second most diverse state in the whole country, behind Hawaii. We got people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different genders, all living together in virtual harmony. But everybody knows there's some things we need to be working on here in California. California is the 5th largest economy in the whole wide world, and yet we have people sleeping in the streets. That's right. We can do better, California. Peace and love. That's right. California, we have the most billionaires of any state in the whole country. We have over 163 billionaires, and we have more homeless people than any state in the whole country. Now that ain't right. That ought to be a crime. There's no reason for so few people to have so much when so many have nothing at all. We can do better than that. California is the #1 agricultural state in the whole wide country. That's right. We can feed the world pretty much, and yet we are ranked around 40th in public education. Come on, California. We need to spend more money on education so we spend less money on incarceration. And we need to make sure that everybody who needs a place to live has one in this very wealthy state of California, in this very wealthy city of Santa Monica. Let's do better. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, hey, sure are just a little bit out of our mind. Good evening, officers. Living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Living in California, everything mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Living in California, the place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, go out and spread some peace and love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right, keep spreading the peace and love. Thank you, thank you. We can do it. We can keep making things better for everybody. We haven't gotten there yet, folks. We haven't integrated society. We haven't lifted up the poor yet. We still have too much disparity between the rich and the poor. We can do better. We can make sure that everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. Tonight I'm just doing original songs. There'll be tears you'll cry, and your troubles won't be few. There'll be sunny days, and you'll have some good laughs too. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. Oh, there'll be lonely times when you will not find a friend. You'll feel a lover's kiss, and then the kissing time will end. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. You see the road ahead has so many turns. You'll never see what's coming just around the bend. There'll be lots of bumps along the way. Just take a step at a time till you get to the end. There'll be those who say that you were born to lose. You'll be on top of the world one day, and then the next you'll sing the blues. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. You see the road ahead has so many turns. You'll never see what's coming just around the bend. There'll be lots of bumps along the way. Just take a step at a time till you get to the end. There'll be those who say you were born to lose. You'll be on top of the world one day, and then the next you'll be back on the blues. So put a song in your heart, walk on down the road. Just put a song in your heart. Walk on down the road. Walk on down the road. Get on down the road now. Yeah, yeah. That's right. You never know where the road's going to go, but if you're here on this promenade, this peaceful promenade, let me remind you, you have as much rights on this public promenade as the richest person in the whole wide world. All right, good to see you. Lorraine, right? What? Lorena. Good to see you, Lorena. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. You doing all right? Getting by? Oh, did they not have any pizza tonight? Oh, they closed early. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. All right. Well, you have a good night, Lorena. See you soon. Thank you. Peace and love.
Bye-bye.
That's right. If you're on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. Of course, you can't have a place to sit at night because they'll put the chairs away on you. But they put the chairs away on the rich people tonight, too, I suppose. But it sure is a shame that they can't just leave the chairs out so homeless people can have a place to rest over the night. But they don't want to see poor people on this promenade. I know these ambassadors are just doing their jobs. They're just following orders and doing their jobs. But we need to change the way we look at homeless people here in Santa Monica and all around California and around the whole country. We need to do more to help them have a place to live. If all these homeless people here had a place to live, you wouldn't see them on this promenade. They'd probably be home watching TV. They wouldn't come out to see me sing.
They'd all be incarcerated.
They'd all be what?
They'd all be grounded for life, incarcerated, never allowed to step outside.
They'd be incarcerated in their new apartments, huh? Okay. But we need to stand up and tell our leaders. Now, they're supposed to be building low-cost, affordable housing right over here at what used to be the parking structure number 3. They've been talking about it since 2018. They tore it down in 2021, and they still haven't started building anything. You fell asleep? He fell asleep again. You doing all right, Ethan? They're getting ready to take that chair. Sorry, man. And now they want to build some sphere domes, some kind of theaters over there in the asphalt lot there until they start building housing over there. In 2025, they're going to start breaking ground, is what I read in the Santa Monica Press. They started talking about building affordable housing there in 2018, and now they're saying they might start breaking ground in 2025. Our government needs to have an urgency about housing the homeless here in California. And Santa Monica and all of these other coastal communities have been dragging their feet about building affordable housing and about being part of the solution to this housing crisis. But they've been dragging their feet and saying, wow, we can't do anything about it. We're a little community. We can't build a low-cost housing in our community. It'll bring down our property values. That's what they all say. They need to be part of the solution. You know, California says that they're going to zone for 200, they hope to build 2.5 million units of housing by 2030. By the end of this decade, they want to build 2.5 million units of housing. And that would be great, but it's going to take everybody to get involved. And all of these coastal communities and well-to-do communities need to be part of the solution. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money. Now you guys know that you can sleep on this public promenade at night. You can sleep on this public promenade because Martin versus Boise. Martin versus Boise. You doing all right? You need anything? Venmo? No, I'm sorry. Thank you. You have a good night. Peace. Martin versus Boise says it's a ruling by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and we all need to start speaking about this more. It says that if your city doesn't have enough shelter beds, which we know Santa Monica does not have enough shelter beds for all the homeless people here. If your city doesn't have enough shelter beds, then they have to let you sleep in their public places. Their sidewalks or their parks or things like this. And like this public promenade. This is a public promenade in case anybody's confused about it. It's run by a nonprofit corporation and managed by a nonprofit corporation, but it is a public promenade. And we need to stand up for the rights of homeless people to sleep on this public promenade at night, because this ruling says that to keep them from having a decent night's sleep here on your public places is cruel and unusual punishment and goes against the 8th Amendment of our Constitution, the United States Constitution. So this is by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, they made that ruling. Martin versus Boise is the name. Look it up and speak out about it. If you see somebody being harassed for sleeping on the sidewalk, sometimes they'll tell people to not sleep in the doorways. But if you're sleeping next to one of these buildings, we need to say, wait a minute. Martin versus Boise says, I can sleep on the public places because you don't have a shelter bed, and we all know Santa Monica doesn't have enough shelter beds, right?
Local ordinance?
What?
Even if they're going against maybe a local ordinance?
They need to be, that whatever local ordinance they have, those need to be fought. And I know it's not easy to take tickets and go to court and fight the things, but if you can at least tell whoever's bothering you, tell them Martin versus Boise. Martin versus Boise. We need to have everybody saying that so that at least there will be more of a debate about it. Phil Brock, who is going to be the mayor, I guess he's getting sworn in very soon here. He said that Martin versus Boise doesn't apply to Santa Monica. I said, I don't know how you can say that. What makes Santa Monica so different from every other city? It's they don't have enough shelter beds, and they're not like Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills sends all of the homeless people to another shelter bed somewhere else out of town. They pay money. Inglewood? So they ship them out. They pay the money and ship them out, right?
Yeah, they want to get you to Inglewood quick.
Yeah, so they don't want any homeless people there at night. And I don't know how they get around doing it, but I guess because they're spending the money to have people shipped to another place. It's just a shame. And it's like Malibu. Malibu says, we don't have any homeless people, so we're not going to pay for any services for homeless people. They say, if they're homeless, they don't belong to us. Only the rich people belong to us. That's what a lot of these communities say.
Millions of homeless people on the beach in Malibu.
I know, there's a lot of homeless. I was living over there myself. And I wasn't living in one of the mansions on the hills. I was living in my car by the beach. And I'm glad, but I had to wake up at 2 in the morning to move my car to make sure that I wasn't breaking some law. We need all of these rich, wealthy communities that have done very well taking advantage of our public beaches. We got 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and these communities that have done so well making money off of those public beaches need to chip in and help during this housing crisis. Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, ain't got no runny nose. I got some shoes on my feet so I can run down the street. Don't need no funny clothes. I got the wind in my hair, I got a life without care. I got who and mama gonna rock and roll. Ain't got no worries, ain't got no hurries, ain't got no blurry eyes. I got the sun in my face, I got some wide open space. Don't need no alibis. I got the wind in my hair, I got a life without care. I got Juliet and Mama gonna rock and roll. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Ain't got no seasons, don't have no reason to need no freezing rain. I got the surf in the sand, my rock and roll one-man band. Don't ride no gravy train. I got the wind in my hair, I got a life without care. I got Juliet and Mama gonna rock and roll. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, ain't got no runny nose. I got some shoes on my feet so I can run down the street. Don't need no funny clothes. I got the wind in my hair, I got a life without care. I got Juliet and Mama gonna, Juliet and Mama gonna, Juliet and Mama gonna rock and roll, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, ah, thank you. That's right, so we need to tell all those rich, well-to-do communities, be part of the solution. We're not going to end everything. We won't make it better overnight.
Issue tents and let everybody on the beach.
That's a great idea. Build some beach houses for the poor. And they find all kinds of reason to build housing for the rich people right next to the ocean, but they don't want to build any poor people's houses. That's just crazy talk, building housing for the poor next to the ocean. That would be a waste of money. That's what they say. They only want to have housing for people that can be used for tourism. Well, we have people that would like to live next to the beach, and they live right here in the United States of America. So let's help them too.
Turn the sprinklers on.
Huh?
Turn the sprinklers on.
That's right. I know. Well, they get rid of the chairs, they get rid of the benches, get rid of all the public places to sit, make it harder for them to survive, and what they need to do is make it easier for them to have a decent place to live. We should have a nice big community center right here on this public promenade. A nice big community center with 24-hour bathrooms and public showers and people that can help people find services they need until we make sure that everybody has a decent place to live. Because we've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. There's just no reason at all. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. They're not too proud to take your crust of bread, just looking for some place to lay their weary heads. What's the problem that brought them here? The story's long and it isn't very clear. So many roads lead to the street, just looking for some place to lay their tired feet. I ain't saying they ain't done wrong. I ain't saying didn't help to bring it on. I'm just saying there must be somewhere they belong, and they're looking for somewhere looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. All these homeless people living in a ditch with all these empty buildings and tax cuts for the rich. I ain't saying you have to give, but everybody has got a right to live, and they're just looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move into your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. How you doing, Pete? It's good to see you. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move into your neighborhood? Let's try that again. Why don't you try letting homeless people move into your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Don't need your swimming pool, don't need your king-size bed, just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Thank you. Glad you like it. Thank you. Peace. Yeah, I'm doing all my originals tonight because sometimes I forget my originals. So every once in a while I have to do just originals. I'm doing it on YouTube, live streaming it on my YouTube page. I hope they don't put commercials on. They probably will. I don't know why everything has to make money. But, because I don't, Can you hear my guitar?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
You said it's good? Well, if it's good, you can't really hear my guitar because that's the first time I've heard my guitar is good. I'm joking.
It's bad, dude.
That's fine.
It's bad.
It gets by. There's a hole in my cup. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a hole in my cup where my drink keeps leaking through. There's a hole in my cup. Somebody ought to fix it. It's keeping me from spending sweet loving time with you. There's a hole in my cup. I don't know how it got there, but there's a hole in my cup where my time keeps slipping through. There's a hole in my cup. I better try to fix it, keeping me from doing the things I want to do. I wanted to feed the hungry people. I wanted to rid the world of war. I wanted to find a cure for all kind of sickness, and death would be no more. But there's a hole in my cup. causing me distraction. There's a hole in my cup where my life keeps slipping through. There's a hole in my cup, can't get no satisfaction. Better leave the bottle and let me see what I can do. I wanted to feed the hungry people. I wanted to rid the world of war. I wanted to find a cure for all kind of sickness, and death would be no more. But there's a hole in my cup. It always looks near empty. There's a hole in my cup where my life keeps slipping through. There's a hole in my cup. Somebody, won't you help me? Bring another bottle and let me see what I can do. Hold my cup. If I sing a love song, asleep in my bed, will you be the tune that runs through my head? And if I cry an ocean of tears from my eyes, will you lift up your hand and save me with your lullabies? Carry my sorrow, carry my joys, fill my tomorrows, keep me from noise. If I leave tomorrow without any word, will you understand the voice that I heard? And if I'm not returning for years till I die, will you lift up my hand and save me with your lullabies? Carry my sorrows, carry my joys, fill my tomorrows, keep me from noise. Jesse rose to see the morning sun. through her eyes of tears and red. And Jessie sees that it's a lovely day. I can't see outside my head, but Jessie knows about tomorrow. And Jessie sees the future clear. Jessie knows in just another day I'll be gone and she'll be here. Jessie takes me through the afternoon, then she leads me into night, and she listens as I play my tune. When there's nothing, she's alright. Jessie carries all my sorrows. Jessie shares with me my joys. Jessie knows I'm bound to run away, 'cause she's my home and I'm her troubled boy. And Jessie flies with the sun each morning. She hears me howl at the moon each night. She jumps into my bed without warning. She wraps me in her love and holds me tight. Jessie says we're gonna sail away to an island in the sea. And I tell her that that sounds okay, but my life's a mystery. Jessie knows about tomorrow, and Jessie sees the future clear. And Jessie knows in just another day I'll be gone and she'll be here. And Jessie flies with the sun each morning. She hears me howl at the moon each night. She jumps into my head without warning. She wraps me in her love and holds me tight. Jessie says we're gonna sail away to an island in the sea. And I tell her that that sounds okay, but my life's a mystery. Jessie knows about tomorrow. Jessie sees the future clear. And Jessie's dancing in my heart right now, 'cause I'm still gone and she's still here. My Jessie knows. Ah, sweet Jessie Rose. That's right. Sir, how you doing, all right? How you doing, okay? My name's Wade. What's your name?
Wait.
Wade.
John.
John, nice to meet you, John.
Athena.
Athena, nice to meet you, Athena. Peace. Here we go, where we going? Are we there yet? Have we been? Are we speeding up or slowing down? When we get there, tell me when. I've been looking at the stars and the crazy folks, trying to figure out which is which. With the shiny things and rings and blings and uncontrollable twitch, I'm just along for the ride. Just along for the ride. We can talk about the universe and what it wants us to eat. We can drive through the streets of blood and sweat with one hand on our tweets. I've been looking at the stars and the crazy folks, trying to figure out what is what. Should I sell some cars, tell some jokes, just sit here on my butt? I'm just along for the ride. Along for the ride. Just along for the ride. Just along for the ride. Hey, all right, rock on. You too, peace and love. We can talk about the universe and what it wants us to eat. We can drive through the streets of blood and sweat with one hand on our tweets. I've been looking at the stars and crazy folks, trying to figure out what is what. Should I sell some cars? Should I tell some jokes? Just sit here on my butt. I'm just along for the ride. Peace and love. Have a great night. Peace. Just along for the ride. Along for the ride, just along for the ride. We can go to the moon, watch a cow jump the spoon, see the atoms collide. We can sell our wars to the homeless poor to give them a sense of pride. I've been looking at the stars and crazy folks, trying to figure out what it would. Should I sell some cars? Should I tell some jokes? Just sit here on my butt. I'm just along for the ride. I'm just along for the ride. Here we go, where we going? Are we there yet? Have we been? Just along for the ride, just along for the ride, just along for the ride. Ha! We keep going where we go and keep standing up against hate and racism, hate and violence. Stand up whenever you see hatred, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, bigotry. I know we weren't made to fly, but we can try. Yes, we can try. I know we weren't made to fly, but if we try, someday we'll fly. High above the clouds, we will sing out loud with joy. Oh, 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 yeah. I know we weren't made to fly, but if we try, someday we'll fly. I know we weren't made to love, but we can try. Yes, we can try. I know we weren't made to love, but if we try, someday we'll love. We'll lift each other up and share each other's pain and joy. Oh, yeah. I know we weren't made to love, but if we try, someday we'll love. Someday we'll fly high above the clouds, and we will sing out loud with joy. Yeah. I know we weren't made to fly, but if we try, someday we'll fly. I know we weren't made for peace, but we can try. Yes, we can try. I know we weren't made for peace, but if we try, someday we'll have peace. We'll bring an end to war and give our children more joy. I know we weren't made for peace, but if we try, someday we'll have peace. I know we were made. We were made to fly. How you doing, Ethan? Well, better do a few more.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you. Just a few more. Trying to remember all of my original songs, and so far that's all I've done tonight. But here's one I wrote for my brother. He said, "Wait, when I get rich and become a movie star, I want to drive up in a Porsche and buy me a Dairy Queen." And I said, "Brother, that's a song." I have a dream, gonna move to Hollywood, make movies with my brother there, that would be real good, yeah, yeah. We'll live in a mansion, we'll have lots of money. Folks will see me on a silver screen and think I'm really funny. Yeah. If I do real good, I drive up in a Porsche and buy me a Dairy Queen. That ain't too much to ask, ain't too much to ask. That ain't too much, that ain't too much, no, I said it ain't. That ain't too much, that ain't too much to ask. Something crawled in my throat. Laid eggs. Then I'll get married to a pretty girl who's 29. We'll have lots of children, raise them where the air is fine. Yeah. The boys, the girls will be pretty, and the boys, they will be big and strong. When they get older, they all will help me sing my song. Yeah. And if I do real good, I drive up in a Porsche and buy me a Dairy Queen. That ain't too much to ask, ain't too much to ask. Ain't too much, that ain't too much, no, I said it ain't. That ain't too much, that ain't too much to ask. And if I do real good, I drive up in a Porsche and buy me a Dairy Queen. That ain't too much to ask, ain't too much to ask. That ain't too much, that ain't too much, no, I said it ain't. That ain't too much, that ain't too much to ask. Thank you. I know some rough times for a lot of people, and we need to keep standing up against hatred and racism. Everybody has a right to exist. Everybody has a right to be. Stand up. We need to all tell Hamas to release hostages, and they should surrender. They should just surrender and save us all seeing more war. And we need to find a better way down the road for everybody. We'll come through. We'll come through. Better days on its way for me and you. And we'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue, and we'll come through. I know times are bad, and I know People are suffering and so many loved ones are sad, but we'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Oh yes, we will. We'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue, and we'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Oh yes, we will. We'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue, and we'll come through. We will come through. 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 We'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Thank you. Somewhere on a winter's morning, I will see your face as you come down the road, and I'll know that it is you by the smile that comes to my heart. Somewhere on a winter's morning, you will see my face as I come down the road, and I'll know that it is you by the song that comes to my heart. And the world will be much better then. We'll leave all our sorrows behind, and in time we'll be the best of friends. Who cares for the past? Never you mind. And the world will be much better then. We'll leave all our sorrows behind, and in time we'll be the best of friends. Who cares for the past? Never you mind. Somewhere on a winter's morning, I will see your face as you come down the road, and I'll know that it is you by the smile that comes to my heart. Italy, Italy, ain't nothing in this world you need to see. This song I wrote for my mom. Italy, Italy, ain't nothing in this world you need to see. Don't find you some wild boy for you to follow. Just make yourself to home here in the holler. Italy, Italy, the hills of old Virginia echo me. Don't find you some wild boy for you to follow. Just make yourself to home here in the holler. How you doing, Barry? Good to see you. I'll be back on Friday. I'll see you Friday. Have a great night. In the green hills of Virginia, among church folks of Kenya, grew up wading in the creek and playing hide and seek and building log houses for your paper dollies, rock houses, and building rock houses for your paper dollies. And singing, rockabye, just clap for me. Let me hide myself in thee. Italy, Italy, followed her young man from sea to shining sea. She found her some wild boy for her to follow, and left her humble home there in the holler. Italy, Italy, is of old Virginia echo me. Don't find you some wild boy for you to follow. Just make yourself to home here in the holler. In the California sun, journey just begun, with 3 young boys in tow and a wild young husband Joe. Sometimes she'd grab him by the collar. Sometimes she'd just scream and holler. Hard times and rough roads ahead. She remembered what her daddy said. Now, honey, sometimes it's sweet potato pie. Sometimes it's root hog or die. Natalie, Natalie, followed her young man from sea to shining sea. She found her boy for her to follow, and left her humble home there in the holler. In the 70s by the bay, the years just rocked away in the struggle to survive and keep 5 boys alive. She sure learned how to stretch a dollar. And they sang, rockabye, just clap for me. Let me hide myself in thee. Natalie, Natalie, had to pick up stakes and move her family. Alabama for a bit, sweet home Virginia didn't fit. Detroit was mostly gray and pain. Minnesota was okay, but the snow never went away. When finally came the thaw, they moved down to Arkansas. Boys were up and grown, Joe and Ada on their own. Sometimes she'd grab him by the collar. She said, honey, thank you for taking me from the holler. Natalie, Natalie, ain't nothing in this world you need to see. Don't find you some wild boy for you to follow. Just make yourself to home here in the holler. Just make yourself to home here in the holler. Natalie, Natalie, Natalie. Gonna get that right one of these times. Thank you. I'm just gonna play one more. One more.
That's after 10 already. It's like a 10. Would you like to do that one?
Well, we'll keep working towards peace and love, equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Standing up against hatred whenever you see it. Stand up against racism. Stand up and shout out against anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, all sorts of racism whenever you see it. Keep working for equal justice, equal rights, equal opportunity. Let's make the world a better place for everybody. That's right. My song is just a song, just a dream to sing along to. A dream that can't be sold for silver or for gold, but something you can hold in the part of your heart, in the part of your heart that cries in the night, longs for the day when something goes right, yearns for loving arms to hold you tight, sweet dreams and peaceful nights. My song is just a song, just a dream to sing along to. Dream that can't be sold for silver or the gold, but something you can hold in the part of your heart that cries in the night and longs for the day when something goes right, yearns for loving arms to hold you tight, sweet dreams and peaceful nights. I sing you a sunny day. I sing your worries all away. I sing you loving arms to hold you tight, sweet dreams and restful nights. I sing you a sunny day. I sing your worries all away. I sing you loving arms to hold you tight, sweet dreams and restful, peaceful nights. Peace and love.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, tonight. We will see you back here on Friday. Peace and love.
All right, Ray. Good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you. How does it turn this thing off now? Huh?
I don't know.
It's a whole different.
It's a whole different method. Huh?
There you go.
Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.